to spotlight you first so that you can introduce her. And I'll bring up the slide. And
so blessings, family. Blessings. It's good to see everybody. Happy Sunday. So excited about this, our final crowning event of Black History Month. I'm delighted to be live with the Oakland Center for Spiritual Truth. And so we are going to go right into our program in just a few minutes. We're going to first just say hello to the people and the members and the family of their community, and then we'll go right into the program. So I'll be right back. Hold on. All right, family at Oakland Center for Spiritual Truth, it's on you.
Okay. We have 12:30. Well, hello. My name is Reverend Jerry Carter. I am a staff minister here at the Oakland Center for Spiritual Living, and we are so excited to have this special event this afternoon. We have a storyteller, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about her in a moment. But what I do want to do is give you a little bit of a biography of the play. And so it's Under the Ceiba Tree. And I'm going to share with you some information that will bring this full circle. Under the Ceiba Tree, Black Self-Love Chronicles is the play about the journey of Onyx, a young woman from the mystical city of BlingBlamBoom, who wakes up in a small town called Fizzleflop after her bus breaks down. No one looks or talks like her in Fizzletop, and she has no money, clothes, or food. She meets a man named Kosenrufu, who teaches her about her divinity and how a book of wisdom called the Angelverses can help her survive the unsurvivable and change the worlds around her. A story of self-acceptance, healing, and empowerment. Under the Ceiba Tree affirms Black identity and teaches us the power in loving and accepting ourselves. This event is produced by the Oakland Center for Spiritual Living in celebration of Black History Month. So it's my honor to welcome to our center Love Tashia Ashante. She is an award-winning poet, activist, journalist, performing arts, and author of 7 books. Love is the founder and director of I Teach Love Institute, an educational platform and think tank promoting cultural understanding, community wellness, and spiritual inclusivity. Love has made appearances on television and radio to support the healing of humanity and the planet. Love is host of a TV show, The Wisdom on Your World TV, Abdullah Wu TV, and works with new artists and writers on Noble Trinity Music label. More about Love's work and writings can be found at her website at www.officialtashiaasante.com, and I will put that in the chat so that you can access it.
Thank you.
So let's take a moment now and welcome Love Tashia Asante to our platform. Love, thank you for being with us today.
Awesome. Awesomeness. Thank you for being here. Thank you for that wonderful welcome, Jerry. And I'm just so happy to be here with the Oakland Center for Spiritual Living. And they also do share spiritual truth too. So, but it's an honor. It's a blessing. I want to thank Tony for inviting me, and Constance and all of the wonderful family and staff and team at your organization and your spiritual community for having me. And I'm excited today to debut on this crowning day of Black History Month, my new play and story, original story, Under the Ceiba Tree, the Black Self-Love Chronicles. And you did a beautiful job telling people what this play is all about. Most of all, it's about healing. It is about love of ourselves, acceptance of ourselves, affirming of our beautiful Blackness and the rich history of African Americans and people of African descent all over the world. And so I'm excited to tell you this story. And I just want to invite everyone to go with me now to the mythical city of Bling Blam Boom as you meet this wonderful, wonderful young woman whose name is Onyx Spring. Onyx Spring was born in a dream while her mother was sleeping. She is the daughter of midnight and the son of a new day. She loves in colors that never fade. Her breath is an oath of sweet mint, snow bluffs, and morning coffee. She has arrived to fulfill the hope of 7 generations. Arriving on a rainbow from the city of Bling Blam Boom, she eats the last bite of wisdom and drinks a bowl of green. What are you eating? A young boom asks. Apples and leaves. I eat life. I feed the rivers in me. Food for teeth, heart, spirit, and bones. What you be eating? I ain't from the boom. We eat what they give us in Fizzleflop. Are you saying you can't walk up to the tree and ask her for an orange, a grapefruit, or an avocado? Your mama didn't talk to you about plants and what you need for your temple? My mama never met no plants. She don't even know their names. Let me introduce you to some of my friends, the plants. This is parsley. Can you smell her? She's so pretty and she looks like the trees. This is mint. Oh, she's so fresh, and when I put her on my tongue, she does amazing things to my digestive system. And this little lady right here, her name is Rosemary. Oh, she smells so good, and she can do amazing things with your immune system. She can just bring powerful, powerful energy to your heart, your body, and your soul. Well, let me introduce you to another friend of mine. They be water, prayers, and sunlight. And just like the plants, they like it when I read them the poetry of Maya, Nikki, and Sonia. And on good days, I put them outside, my plants, and I give them their dessert. And their dessert is rain. Little Prince nodded his head, would never, ever forget his new friends, the plants, the water, the prayers, and the poetry. Suddenly, the bus hiccuped and screeched to a stop. Smoke rose from the hood, shouting, "No oil, no water, and now no more engine." Onyx and her little prince emerged from the temporary house on wheels wearing a purple bandana. She had tied it over her ebony curls, sprouting from a curious brain. She feet touched the warm asphalt. She looked right, then left, and stuck her tongue out to taste the air. She swallowed the scent of pollution, sweat, and somebody's old cigar. Everybody in this place was flopped down on something, but she was in Fizzleflop. Her eyes met a sign on the side of the street, and it said, Fizzleflop, population 333. Fizzleflop. She strolled to the funny side of Fizzleflop, where the souls are dim and the lights are low or even non-existent. Residents of Fizzleflop stomped on their brake just to steal a glance of her electric presence. Onyx is as curvy as the winding road, tall and mysterious like the pyramids in Giza, graceful as a gazelle leaping across this dry earth in the Serengeti. Her eyes are the shape of canoes gliding over a crystal pond. She searches for a tree to hug. Back home, the trees were always the first friend to greet you in the morning. She follows a trail of leaves to the roots of an ancient. Judging by his rings, he is at least 10,000 years old. The Ceiba squints its eyes, massages its long brown beard, and asks, Onyx, is that you, child? Your chariot done lost its juice here in the Fizzleflop. I'm sorry, where are my manners? Welcome to the Fizzle. Me and my family are the heir here. We are the only reason they bleed and breathe in the flop. Mr. Ceiba Tree, I've never seen one of you outside of BlingBlamBoom. How's your mother, father, sister, brother, grandmother? How is everybody you love? You're looking mighty fine today. The Ceiba Tree brushed its leaves over her skin like an affectionate comb. Onyx leaned in and smelled the rich bark and roots of the giant who had sprouted life in between the stars and the moon. She lay her flat palms on the tree. Let him speak to her about the days and unfolding months to come. The Ceiba Tree lifted her up in its branches and whispered the last messages of the ancestors. Fate has delivered you on the shores of a strange land, one with no bling, blam, boom. You're in Fizzleflop, place where the sun hides itself every 2 hours, and people of this city have no compassion and live in fear of everything. They especially fear people that look like you. I ain't scared of no Fizzleflop. I could change their hearts from ice to a crackling fire in 3 snaps. Not even collard greens cooked in love with organic cornbread, black-eyed peas, and Louisiana hot sauce can wake the fizzles from their flop. You better eat, and eat well, beloved, because this is a town where people get hungry. I bring the bling, blam, boom. You're in Fizzleflop. They can't see you. They only see your shield. And I tell you to take it down, but in this here city, you need your shield. I can help them see me. I'll invite them to swim in warm blue oceans. I'll comfort them with the quiet sunrise. I'll feed them a field of green vegetables and the nectar of ripe fruit. They'll forget all about this brown velvet skin I move in. It's hard to fill a cup already full. Then we must empty their cups and fill them with bling from the minds of geniuses. Blam and savoir-faire from the stroll of cheetahs. Boom from the hearts that beat with the mercy of the Most High. I see you know who you are, but do you know who you aren't? Fizzleflop been like this for 400 years. Well, I'm here on an assignment. My bus broke down, but my engine never stopped running. I'll take the people somewhere that hate can't live. Tread lightly. Come back and get a little bite of wisdom when your battery gets low. Here's a seed in case you need some extra light on your return. Onyx was drawn to the light, beaming from a book abandoned on the bus bench. The word Angelverse was stitched across the cover. Angelverse. Population unlimited. Angelverse. She flipped through the pages of the sacred texts. The pages were a combination of music notes, hieroglyphs, Adinkra symbols, and binary codes. 70-second later, Onyx swallowed and digested instructions on how to uplift and heal the people in Fizzleflop. The Angelverses had the codes to how to clear the oceans of debris and redistribute plant power. Angelverses. The Angelverses had prescriptions from Imhotep, Etep, and Queen Afua. Spiritual wisdom from Thich Nhat Hanh, the Dalai Lama, Yanla, and the Christ. When she finished reading, she knew the pain of the people in Fizzleflop, and she had the secret to loving with balance, passion, and freedom. She forgave, and she was forgiven. Onyx burped, and the contents of the Angelverses appeared in the sky. Little children bounced balls inscribed with the verses of Angelverse in a million colors. She clapped, and monuments sprung up in Angelverse wisdom. She spread her fingers, and the verses danced to a music nobody could hear but her. In the midst of that joy, Onyx felt their eyes on her. She summoned a beam of light, called out to compassion, rebuked fear, prayed for them to see her. But the Fizzleflopians were hungry, not just for green food, but for the blue light she carried in her fingertips. She was surrounded by starving eyes who all wanted a bite of her sun. Onyx backed away from the crowd that was getting larger by the second. She counted 333 pairs of eyes seeking love through her womb. It hit her that she didn't have enough light to feed them all. She inched her way back to the Ceiba Tree beneath the circle of the branches where the forbiddens could enter. It was almost dark, and she couldn't see to summon the Angelverses to guard her. She went back under the tree, which cast its shield, stopping anyone from Fizzleflop from entering who didn't have the light. And in that single moment, she remembered the seed that the Ceiba Tree had given her. She slid it from her back pocket, placed it in the center of her hand, moistened it with a drop of saliva, and the seed sprouted a leaf bright enough to illuminate the entire city. She backed up until she felt the ridges of the tree at her back. She was untouchable now. Suddenly, the 333 spread like the Red Sea. There opened a path for an old man carrying a sacred staff. His hair was bleached white, and his beard was made of feathers. He walked toward Onyx Spring, and when he reached her, he gave her a single nod of the head in understanding. She introduced herself. I am Onyx Spring, the daughter of midnight and the son of a new day. And who are you? I am Ade Kosenrufu, and it is my light that bears the seed of healing. I am your guardian, and I am here on assignment to assist you. Kosenrufu. Kosenrufu. I know that language. What people does your medicine come from? Kosenrufu threw his head back and laughed a hearty laugh. My people are from the Angelverse. We are light beings, the root workers. We are here in the bodies of farmers, shamans, plant lovers, and doulas. We protect the water, the environment, the furry four and two-leggeds, and the children. We watch the portal for energies that aren't good for humans. Fizzleflop is where we send those who can't be transformed. Kosenrufu, world peace through individual happiness. Isn't that the meaning of your name? Yes. And I deliver the feathers to lighten the hearts of those whose spirits are heavy. I heard that you had been given an assignment to heal some people who were having trouble transforming. Well, as you can see, I'm in a situation. 333 Fizzleflops with 2 eyes each. That's a lot to transform. And they can't see me. I need them to see me beyond this brown velvet covering I came here in. Well, I have a feather for you. But this feather will not help them see you. No. This feather ain't gonna help them see you. This feather is so you will see yourself. You have a lot of work to do in the Fizzleflop districts. People are hungry. Most of them are so hungry that they won't take the time to feed you too. They forget that just like them, you need to eat too. Now, when I give you this feather, everything about you will become clear. Your blue light, the exceptionally beautiful curls of your hair, the rich red earth in your soul, the green foods that you grow and eat, the sacred water that you share, the brilliant wisdom in your ever-curious brain, the priceless love you carry for the world, your book of Angelverses. You will see it all so clear. I wrote the Angelverses. You write them every day. Every heart you heal, every person's life you touch is a verse in the book of light that each of us write. You are the keeper of the pages of the verses. That's the job we hired you for. Well, when do I get my paycheck? Kosenrufu fell out laughing again. Beloved, we pay you in happiness, laughter, protection for you and those you love. Even in your most troubled moment, you never needed anything. Do you remember when your car got stuck in the pool of water in the middle of a storm on a dark street? You and your little daughter were so scared. Do you remember what happened? I don't remember. Did this happen already? Let me show you. My baby was 7 years old, and we were driving in my old 1970 Pinto. It was storming something terrible, and I could barely see. The rain was coming down so hard and fast. Suddenly, we hit a puddle of water. The car shut off. I opened the door and saw we were stuck in about 4 feet of water. The car wouldn't start. What happened next? My daughter said, Mama, I'm scared. It's dark out here, and Mama, what we gonna do? Who gonna help us, Mama? I know, baby. I tell you what, Let's pray. Take my hand. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. And do you remember what happened after that? An old woman, a stranger, pulled up behind us in a big Ford and pushed our car out of the puddle of water. And 2 minutes later, the engine started back up again, and we were able to get home safe. That, dear daughter, was the Angelverse. That was really something. You think they could help me with the 333? Yes, but you have to see yourself as you want them to see you. And Kosenrufu handed her a special mirror. Now look into the mirror and speak the verses about what you see. I see bling, blam, boom. Beautiful hair like the strongest wool. I see skin like burnished bronze. I see eyes brighter than the flawless diamond. I see a heart whose boom is as powerful as the orange moon. I see oceans of rainbows. I see a zillion fish in my womb. I see ancient medicine flowing from my fingertips. And in me, there is enough food and water and light to nourish the world. I see Kosenrufu. And when Onyx turned her eyes from the mirrors, Kosenrufu had transformed into 1,000,000 white quartz crystals. And the light in Fizzleflop had returned. And the branches of the Ceiba Tree were affectionately brushing her like a comb. And the green was glowing, and the sky was indigo, and the water was clean, and the 333 were now 777. And their eyes were purified with holy water, and their hearts had shape-shifted into a bed of roses. And they brought fruit and gifts, shells, crystals, and all kinds of beautiful things as food for her spirit. They brought candles and honey to lay at her feet. And most importantly, they had their feathers. One by one, they placed the feathers at her feet. And now they could see beyond Onyx's beautiful brown velvet skin to the reflection of her in them. And on that day in the city of Fizzleflop, Onyx Spring, the daughter of midnight and the son of a new day, brought the bling, blam, boom. And she learned one of the greatest lessons in the Angelverse, that it is impossible for hate to extinguish the pure light of love. Now, of course, there are Fizzleflop cities across the world, but it was Onyx Spring, the daughter of midnight and the son of a new day's destiny, to bring the bling, blam, boom to every single one. And you can look for her in your dreams. And she can show up anywhere at any time. And she will always come when her light is needed the most with her magical mirror. And in the mirror, you will be able to see yourself as you truly are. You will be able to see your light and your love, and especially your bling, blam, boom. Good evening and happy Black History Month. Peace. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Such a joy to share the medicine of the griots and the storytellers with you on this crowning day of Black History Month. The griots and the storytellers were always a part of African and Black culture. And through them, the history lives on. And through them, the culture is celebrated and uplifted. So I want to thank you again, the Oakland Center for Spiritual Living, for this beautiful, beautiful opportunity to share my art and to share my love with you through storytelling. Peace and blessings.
Thank you, love. Thank you so much, love, to Shia Asante. And if you'd like to turn on your cameras and give some love to love. Awesome. That was fabulous.
Fabulous. Awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, love. That was fabulous.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What a nice way to start the Sunday afternoon. It's so beautiful and such a wonderful story. That was great. We really appreciate you, and we thank Reverend Tony for suggesting this event for us. It was just lovely. Thank you, Reverend Tony.
Thanks, Reverend Tony. Thank you, Reverend Tony.
What's that?
Well, that was a bedtime story for me. I'm going to bed. Thank you, honey. Thank you.
Bonnie's in Ireland. She's doing this for
Oh my God.
It looks light outside, Bonnie.
From Minnie. Oh, it's dark back there.
Oh, okay. I see now.
So if you'd like more information on love, I posted everything in the chat. And if you just go to Save Chat, you can have access to a little bio on the story, her bio. What a fabulous experience this was. Thank you. I hope we have more opportunities in the future.
Yes, please come back.
Yes, come back.
Stranger, don't be a stranger.
One other thing, can this be reviewed on YouTube, love?
Yes.
Can
Yes. If you go to Your World TV Network, you will be able to see it, the video and the debut here with the Oakland Center for Spiritual Living will be up on our YouTube page, and you'll be able to watch the whole play and share it with your beloveds.
And I also recorded it. Would you rather have your recording?
You can please send it to me if you would. I would love that.
Okay.
All right.
Well, that's great.
Anybody, if you want, on the website.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, and much love to our sister all the way in Ireland, and to all of our family here in America and across the world.
We are united, aren't we?
Yes. I'm in the Angelverse, as you can see now.
One in spirit. Many
Yes.
in body and one in spirit. So
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, family. Have a wonderful day or evening.
Love, before you go, would you put your YouTube channel in the chat so we can have it?
Yes.
That's a good idea.
Oh, that would be good.
I'm going to ask our producer, can you text me, producer, the link to the...
Or if you just want to have her send it to me.
Okay, I can do that.
On again.
Absolutely, I will do that. I will send it to you.
Okay, thank you.
Love, where are you coming from? Where are you?
I'm in California.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm right here in Palm Springs, California.
Oh, that's a nice place.
Yes, yes, it is. It is beautiful. Well, right now I'm in the Angelverse, as you can see. I left Fizzleflop and I'm in the Angelverse with all the light workers.
Were you saying Creole, not Creole?
Griot.
How do you spell it?
Griot.
Oh, Griot. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Thanks.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, Bonnie. I see all the love in the chat. Thank you so much. And thank you to Jerry. Thank you to Constance, Tony, all of my family at Oakland Center. Sending you so much love. All of the family on Facebook, YouTube, Your World TV, just sending out love and goodness to everyone. Much, much love and peace. Be good to yourself, family. Stay safe and stay well. All right. All right. Good night. Bye.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Bonnie.
Good night, everybody. Good afternoon. Have a good sleep, Bonnie.